Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, I'm going to be working on my own nails. I'm going to be doing a really cute nude set with broken seashells, some gold foil, and some gold tinsel strings that I got at a local beauty supply store. A nail supply store, actually. So I'm gonna prime first. These tips are really cool. These are some square-shaped C-curve tips, so they have a really deep C-curve. I'm not a big fan of a C-curve. My nail beds are pretty flat, but I wanted to try and see what they would be like on me, and they're different. They're definitely different, but they came out pretty good. So right now I'm just dehydrating the nail. I've already buffed and blended the tip. And then I'm going to prime with the Mia Secret primer and then follow up with the Young Nails primer. After that, I'm going to just add a thin layer of clear acrylic. I'm using the Young Nails Core Acrylic, Core Clear, and then we'll get started with the design. So I'm done adding the base coat of clear acrylic, and before I started I decided to add some silver to the look. It was just a lot of gold happening, and I thought like adding some silver chunky glitter would be a good fit. I actually got this glitter at Michael's, and it's like a crafting glitter, so you have to be careful with crafting glitters because monomer sometimes makes them bleed, but this is like actual chunky glass. It's like shards of like a vintage silver glass. And the acrylic color that I'm using is called Peanut, and it's by Sugar and Cream. And I have to say that I think this is my favorite nude from my skin tone that I have worked with yet. I'm really like, oh, it's so pretty. I'm just a sucker for a nude on like darker skin, because a lot of the nude colors that like everyone else uses are sometimes a little light or a little pink or a little beige or a little two taupe, but like when you find a nice brown that just I think it's so pretty. Oof, yeah, but it's by Sugar and Cream. I wanted to have a full set of this nude and then just mix up the seashells. So this nail is going to be completely the color Peanut, or the nude color by Sugar and Cream, and then we'll get to the fun stuff in a second. So for the middle nail, I decided I wanted to do some encapsulating. So I'm adding, as you can see, a very tiny and very wet bead of acrylic. It was a little difficult just because the shards are not uniform sizes, and sometimes they pick up, sometimes they don't. Like, you'll see me struggling in this video just to get them on. But I'm using a very wet bead of acrylic to pick up the pieces and stick them to the nail. Especially because it's a deep C curve, the nails already have like a certain amount of thickness to them. So I didn't want these nails to be like super thick and heavy. Yeah, I'm just adding the shells. I chose to use more, I was thinking like fall, so I wanted to choose like a maroon kind of coppery kind of shell color, and then a pearly white one. So those are the two colors that I'm mixing up all over the nail. And as you can see, these shards, they're not like, they don't stay with the curve of the nail. So I was like, all right, let's see what we can do here. So I'm just picking up these tinsel string pieces. I just went ahead and like snipped them randomly with my scissors and fit them in. And then I decided I wanted this to be an ombre nail. So I'm taking that peanut color. And as you can see, it's like the perfect nude for me. I love this color so much. I'm gonna have to like buy another container of it because I can see this is going to be a problem already. I love it so much. So I'm just adding this nude color to the nail plate just to cover up my nail, my free edge, because I didn't want that to be seen. And then we're just going to add the decorative pieces on top, blending towards the bottom of the nail, leaving the area around the cuticle free. So while that's still wet, I'm just going to pick up pretty much anything randomly. You see I'm layering like this, the tinsel on top of the shells, across the shells, going upwards, sideways, diagonal, just anything, anywhere. Trying not to put too many white shell pieces next to each other, trying not to put too many of the red shell pieces next to each other. I just wanted this to be full and pretty. I'm also going in with that silver glitter wherever I can, and placing that in the in-between spaces, and then the gold foil wherever I see any clear spaces to offset that silver color. And I just thought that the nails came out really, really pretty. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you watch me work on these, and then I'll come back in a bit. and this is what they're looking like right after I was done. So the next step is just to clear cap these. I'm using the Young Nails Pore Clear acrylic. And then this nude, man, this nude is so beautiful. So I'm just gonna clear cap, and whenever working with pieces that don't lay flat, you just wanna make sure to truly encapsulate everything. You wanna work a little bit wetter than you normally would, pushing that acrylic in and around all of those pieces, but making sure to maintain your shape. So maintaining the shape of these C curve tips was a little bit difficult, more difficult than normal, just because with a flatter nail tip, if you brush the side walls, then it's just that edge. But with the C curve tips, they kind of curve off to the sides, so you can't just swipe away at the sides, because then you're swiping away the sides of the design, basically, because the nail turns in that C shape. So it was interesting working with these. You kind of have to swipe at the bottom and then just pat in towards the sides to make sure that your C is not becoming super wide. But yeah, I just went in and encapsulated all of these. I didn't really have too much trouble because I didn't have too much bulk. Remember, I used really wet beads of acrylic to get everything to stay. So I just added until I got the shape that I wanted. And yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing here. So as I'm finishing this last finger, I'll show you what my application looks like. It's pretty smooth. I feel like I'm getting so much better with applying acrylic that I don't have to do too much filing, but that's what the nails look like after applying the clear over the shells and the foil and the glitter and the striping. So I'm mostly hand filing for the set. I will e-file, but for the most part, just getting the shape down with the hand file. I'm just using a 100, 180 hand file to do that. And then after the hand filing, I went in with my e-file just to make sure to clean around the cuticle area. I'm using a crosscut tapered bit. I think this is fine, and I love this bit. It is a safety, so it's not rounded at the top, but it is at the tapered edge, like curved at the bit at the top, so that when you're filing around the cuticle you cannot cut yourself. I love that so much. And you can see how deep that C curve is. It's different. I've never worn such a deep curved nail tip, but yeah, it was cool. I don't know if it's my favorite thing or my favorite look just from my nail shape and nail bed and the curvature of my natural nails, but at least I can say I did it. Yeah, so I am cleaning up the cuticle area and the sidewalls and smoothing out every single nail. And if I wasn't able to encapsulate everything completely, then just making sure that the e-file is there to help clip the edges of anything. But for the most part, as you can see, everything was encapsulated fairly evenly, and you can see that my nails are not overly thick, which is good. So after filing and buffing, wash my hands, clean all of the lint and dust away. I said lint. All of the dust away with the lint-free wipe. And then I added the Two Guys gem glue. It is a no wipe, but I always add top coat on top, whether it's going to be a glossy top coat or a matte top coat. It's just my favorite way to apply bling adhesive and then rhinestones. And then I'm just going in with some rose gold charms. The circle, beaded circle, or the braided circle that I put was from Sugar and Cream. I'm using some copper rhinestones that I got from from Amazon, and some crystal AB stones that I got from Amazon. And then to top it off, I just added some caviar beads in rose gold around all of the pieces to tie it in. I just felt like the rose gold or the copper stones kind of looked really good with this set. Even though I did use a lot of gold in this set, I just felt like the rose gold, probably from the coppery shells that I used, it just looked really good this way. And it's just a tiny amount of bling. It's just really simple, and I did the same thing on all of the bare nails on both hands, and that was pretty much it for this set. Adding that glossy top coat to all of the nails except for the ones that I just added the bling to, and then curing for 60 seconds. And then for the nails that are encapsulated, because the backs of them were clear as well, I added some top coat behind the nails as well, so that at least when you see through it, it is a very shiny clear nail. And then just making sure to clean the sidewalls, even though this does have a deep T curve. Yeah, just so that I can help to maintain that square shape that I was going for with these nails. Cure for another 60 seconds, and that's pretty much it for these nails. So here's a shot of them in daylight, just a photo, just really pretty and bright. And then here's an actual action shot of them. These nails are one of my faves that I've done in a while. You can see all of the tiny pieces, the glass vintage beads, the tinsel string that I put in there, all of the glass shells. It just came out really pretty and elegant. And as you can see, my apex is nicely formed. I maintain my shape really well. It was just a beautiful set. So if you like it, like this video, subscribe, and let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.